So hello my friends, Devaun Lennox here, PhotographyPX. In today's video we'll cover the main highlight features and do an overview of Olympus's M10 Mark IV. Do know you can find timestamps and links in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment, and also know this is not a sponsored video. Let's get started. 2020 has been quite the year so far for Olympus. In the spring, the company announced they planned on selling their camera division, and over the summer, Japan Industrial Partners purchased their camera division, but it doesn't appear that they've given up on developing cameras, and their latest camera aims to give existing users hope. Released in the fall of 2020, the Olympus M10 Mark IV is their latest entry-level camera in the OMD family, and it marks the fourth generation of their top-rated M10 series, but one that obtains several high-end features from their professional M1 Mark III and M1X cameras. On paper, it promises a host of new improvements, several of which are not typically available in the entry-level segment, most notably a large 20-megapixel sensor, the latest TruePic processor, updated stabilization, and Olympus's full suite of advanced photo modes. It certainly doesn't sound like the typical release, that's for sure. Olympus aims this camera at amateurs and beginners who want a greater range of controls and better optics than their smartphones. Additionally, they also aim this as a viable option for seasoned shooters looking for a compact traveling companion. However, this camera faces some rather stiff competition, namely Nikon's Z50, Sony's a6100, Fujifilm's X-T30, and Canon's EOS M50. Let's cover the main highlights now. It features a brand new 20.3 megapixel live MOS sensor and the TruePic version 8 image processor, a similar setup as the Pen F but with the latest processor. The new sensor is a significant improvement over earlier models which all employ 16 megapixel sensors. The updated processor also yields marginally faster continuous shooting speeds of 8.7 frames per second in the high setting and 15 frames per second when using the electronic shutter, but its buffer depth has nearly doubled, now providing 42 raw images in the high setting and virtually unlimited raw images in the low setting. On the video front, it obtains many of the same video capabilities as its predecessor. With that, it records 4K UHD video up to 30 frames per second and 1080p Full HD video up to 60 frames per second. But surprisingly, Olympus has added the slightly wider Cinema 4K resolution at 24 FPS. Otherwise, it still shoots to the MOV format using IPB compression with a data rate of 102 megabits per second, while 1080p supplies data rates of 52 megabits per second in the highest quality setting. And just like the predecessor, it features the high-speed movie mode, which records super slow-motion movies at 120 FPS, played back at 30 FPS in HD quality. It also has the in-movie image capture option, the movie clips mode, and you can use any of the camera's 16 art filters during video recordings. It features a native ISO range from ISO 200 to 25,600 with a low setting of ISO 80, and low light performance is good for this class. Users can expect usable images up to ISO 3200 without processing or 6400 with minor processing. For focus, this camera uses the same 121-point high-speed imager AF system as the predecessor. This system uses contrast detection, but thankfully Olympus has opted for several notable changes with this model. In this case, it borrows the same focusing algorithms from the newest M1 system cameras, and it also obtains both face and eye detection from the M1 Mark III. Together, the camera's continuous autofocusing performance has dramatically improved over the predecessor. The camera also offers manual focus assist, focus magnification, and peaking for manual focusing. Battery life is also excellent. It uses the same BLS50 battery as the Mark III. However, improvements in processing have led to a 16% increase in longevity, and the camera now provides 360 shots per charge or up to 140 minutes of video recording. For displays, it has a 3-inch tilting touchscreen LCD with a resolution of 1.04 million dots. The screen tilts up 80 degrees and down 180 degrees, which, while not ideal, works well for front-facing selfies or vlogging, and it's a significant improvement over the predecessor, which employed a standard tilting screen. It also obtains the same 2.36 million dot OLED electronic viewfinder with a 1.23 times magnification from the predecessor. Physically, the camera follows a similar design as the Mark III. However, Olympus has improved and refined the ergonomics. In this case, they've now redesigned the grip, which is now larger and more comfortable. They've also recessed the top of the hand grip, which provides a more natural middle finger position. Plus, they've even reshaped the rear thumb rest, making it slightly larger and more comfortable as well. Otherwise, the camera still uses a full polycarbonate construction, which has reduced the camera's weight by 8%, moving from 362 grams to 335 grams body alone. But outside of that, it has 5-axis in-body image stabilization, a built-in flash, USB charging support, extensive in-camera RAW or JPEG processing, the e-portrait mode, a built-in 2x digital teleconverter, multi-exposures, live composite, live time, built-in HDR, keystone compensation, built-in time-lapse, built-in panorama, several bracketing options, 16 art filters, the new one is instant film, Olympus's helpful supersonic wave filter, a fully silent electronic shutter, and built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. In the end, the Olympus M10 Mark IV is the ideal option for users wanting a compact, entry-level mirrorless camera that's powerful yet stylish. Given its launch pricing, it's quite a strong package despite its entry-level classification, and it houses several features typically reserved for higher-end OMD models. With its new 20-megapixel sensor, updated ergonomics, better articulation, and better stabilization, it delivers a lot for the money, and it outpaces many entry-level cameras at this price point with performance that exceeds expectations. As it stands, the Olympus M10 Mark IV is an excellent entry point into the Olympus and Micro Four Thirds ecosystem, and if you're looking for a robust compact camera, this could definitely be a worthy option. So there you have it, my friends. There are the highlights in the overview of Olympus's M10 Mark IV. For more information on the M10 Mark IV and other Olympus cameras, check out our website, PhotographyPX.com. Go to our camera reviews page, and then to the Olympus section, and there you will see a full detailed written review, as well as other reviews of cameras that may be of interest to you. You can also look at the pinned comment and description down below, and that will take you directly to the full blog post. I've been your host, Devaun Lennox. We will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found the contents of today's video insightful and it added value to you. If you're new here, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Also, leave us a like and a comment in the description down below. Let us know if we overlooked something or we missed something that we covered in today's video. I've been your host, Devaun Lennox. PhotographyPX.com.